元宵节快乐 ！Hello Angie. Hello Angie.
Hi Susan.
Hello. Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you for asking. Today is the Lantern Festival. Yeah, a Chinese festival, and I'm doing great. 大家好，元宵节快乐！那今天呢，我们会跟 EasyFi Network 的 CEO 还有联合创办人 Ankitt 对话。那我们非常高兴的请到了翻译小姐姐，那可以帮我们翻译 Ankitt 待会儿说出的每一句话哦。那我们今天呢是会送出2500BUSD 的奖励，大家有没有很期待呢？如果有很期待的话，在留言区告诉我们哦，看看有没有人很期待。我们再等一等，等更加多的人来到我们的直播。好的，那时间差不多了，就让我们开始吧。那今天呢，我们请到了 Ankitt， 那他呢是一位系列科技企业家、作家，还有区块链技术专家。那在过去的17年中呢，他创立了多家科技的公司，并在企业应用的领域咨询了30个国家的跨国公司。他进军区块链领域的时候呢，是成立了一家区块链技术公司。那这家公司呢，在基于区块链的统一平台上，支持地理分布的企业，还有企业的业务流程。他是第一位从非技术人员角度研究区块链技术的印度常驻作家，这是为了让公司和常规的企业了解区块链的各种可能性，并提高区块链在全球的采用率。那 Ankitt 呢，他还跟他人共同创造了这个 Confox， 那是一个区块链还有加密应用的程序，能让更加多的高级订单类型和自动化工具帮助人们更加方便智能的进行交易，同时呢实现回报最大化。他目前是 EasyFi Network 的创始人，还有 CEO， 就是首席执行官。那我们知道 EasyFi Network 是一个建立在第2层区块链网络上的通用借贷平台。那麻烦我们的翻译小姐姐帮我们翻译一下Ankitt 的背景，可以吗？
喂，可以。那我就开始了。
好的。
Ankitt is a serial tech entrepreneur, author, and blockchain technology expert who has founded multiple tech companies and also consulted global companies across 30 countries in the enterprise application space for the past 17 years. His foray into the blockchain space came when he founded a blockchain tech company, which enables business processes of geographically distributed businesses and enterprises on a blockchain-based unified platform. He is the first Indian resident author on blockchain tech from a non-techie perspective. This is to enable companies and regular businesses to understand the possibilities of blockchain and increase its adoption worldwide. Ankitt has also co-founded CoinFox, a blockchain and crypto application that enables various advanced order types and automation tools to help one trade conveniently and intelligently while maximizing returns. He is currently the founder and CEO of EasyFi Network, a universal lending platform built on a Layer 2 blockchain network. 可以了。
好的，非常感谢我们的翻译小姐姐。那我们都已经认识了 Ankitt 了，那我们现在正式开始今天的内容吧。那在跟 Ankitt 对话之前呢，我想告诉大家，刚才我提过，今天会有2500BUSD 的抽奖。那首先呢，我们会有600BUSD 会在币安的直播应用程式送出，那待会儿就会有弹幕抽奖，每个人会拿到200BUSD。然后呢，我们会有600BUSD 呢是在 YouTube 的弹幕抽奖，那待会儿呢也是3个人每人200BUSD。那倒数第2个 giveaway 呢，那就是800BUSD， 我们会在 YouTube 准备这个问答的环节，会抽出4名幸运的观众，每人呢是有200BUSD 的。最后呢，我们是有一个留言环节，直播结束后呢，大家可以在YouTube 的这个视频留言区留言，发表 看法。那这个题目就是通过直播之后，您对 EasyFi Network 有哪些认知和了解？那我们会随机抽出5位幸运观众，然后每人可以得到100BUSD 的奖励。那现在为了让我们的外国朋友听得懂呢，那我先来讲一讲今天的这个用英文讲一讲这个规则，那我们很快就可以进到直播了，大家请耐心等待。So hello guys, if you don't understand Chinese, here's the English version of today's giveaway. So today we are giving away 2,500 BUSD. If you watching from the Binance app, you can enter the 600 BUSD giveaway by typing a magical sentence, which will be revealed later in the comment section. 3 randomly chosen winners will be taking home 200 BUSD each. So if you're watching the live on YouTube, then lucky you'll be able to share the 1,900 BUSD prize pool. Firstly, put a magical sentence which will also be revealed later in live chat, and you could win 200 BUSD. Secondly, ask questions on EasyFi Network in the live chat during the Q&A section on Chinese YouTube channel, and 4 chosen winners can take home 200 BUSD each. Lastly, answer the question, what I've learned about EasyFi Network today in the comment section after the live ends, and 5 chosen winners will take home 100 BUSD each. So don't forget your UID, you need that during the giveaway. So let's get started. 好的，那我们今天呢就正式开始了。现在呢就举行我们第一个 giveaway 的环节，那就是有600 BUSD， 是这个 giveaway 呢是在 Binance Live， 就是币安直播的应用小程式那里抽奖的，我们会抽出3个，每人呢是200 BUSD 的。今天我们都知道是元宵节，那我就是选一个和月亮有关的口令吧，就是那口令就是 EasyFi 登上月球。那我们呢就会随机抽出3位幸运的观众哦，那大家记得要把 UID 打在后面呢，我们才知道你是谁哦。So today the first giveaway is here. Just put a magical sentence in the comment section now, and 3 randomly chosen winners could take home 200 BUSD each. So the giveaway will be held at the Binance Live mini program. 那这个 giveaway 会在这个币安的直播应用小程式进行的。So the magical sentence is EasyFi to the moon. So don't forget to put your UID behind the sentence so that we know who's the winner. OK, 那我们现在开始吧。中文的口令是 EasyFi 登上月球。So the magical sentence is EasyFi to the moon. 大家准备好没有？准备好呢？那我3、2、1就开始截图啦。大家打中文和英文都是可以的。好的。那我们就准备开始了，3、2、1。好的，那已经截图成功了，恭喜3位。我们的奖励呢会在15工作日之内发打给大家哦。So we've already completed screen capture. So congrats to the 3 winners. Okay, so let's get started. 首先 Ankitt, hello Ankitt, sorry for kept you waiting. We just did an amazing giveaway. So yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Yeah. So 首先 Ankitt 能不能让我们了解一下EasyFi 的旅程呢？就比如说你们是如何什么时候，然后为什么决定参与这个项目的呢？麻烦翻译小姐姐。
To begin with, is it aid to let our community know a little bit about the EasyFi journey? How, when, and why did you guys decide to work on this project?
Okay, so basically it was in the late 2019 when we were already working on our product CoinFox, me and Anshul, who's my co-founder and partner. We were discussing various different options that users had in the context of using the DeFi and the blockchain space for solving their financial needs or opportunities for capital deployment. And that is when we were discussing various different ideas, and one thing led to other. We realized that the existing functionalities which were also being offered by DeFi were not allowing people to do too much various different functions, because the gas fees in those days was very, very prohibitive. Because of the increasing gas fees on Ethereum chain and the limited functionalities, we thought this requires to be changed. And that is why the first decision we made was that whatever we are building for DeFi, we will build for on layer 2, so that we can inherently solve the gas problem to begin with. And secondly, we started to build the lending, because that is core of DeFi, and decided to solve and build the DeFi platform so that we can actually help people in solving their requirement of capital on one side, and on the other side we can enable an efficient deployment of capital through the product. So that's how the EasyFi Network company was started.
好，谢谢。那麻烦 Claire 能不能帮我们翻译一下呢？
在2019年的时候，我们那个时候跟朋友只是着手于建立 CoinFox 的时候，EasyFi 的雏形只是一个私人聚会对于 DeFi 空间的讨论。那我们当时正在了解这个领域的贷款解决方案，然后才意识到这个加密资产的借贷以及强大的收益生成系统。那么这只是当初 EasyFi 仅有的模样。那我跟我的我们的共同创办人，我在生活的大部分的时间里，我们都是在一个传统金融的体系之中。那我们就问了对方一个问题：用户还能从 DeFi 里面得到些什么呢？那我们当然也有注意到一件事情，就是在区块链的这个Layer 1的问题，在这个时候，以太链的这个交易手续费不断的增加。大家都对于这个 gas fee 就是叫苦连天。那 DeFi 空间中的一些金融产品跟借款人的问题，在 DeFi 当前的状态下，不是所有人都有能力借贷的。但是我们要怎么解决这个问题呢？这个就是 EasyFi 的起源。我们致力于让 DeFi 更容易的让人使用，让所有的人都能使用，然后更结构化的让产品扩展至目前属于也是 TradeFi 的空间。那为了要解决所有的痛点，我们当时就说了，我们一定会把我们的这个产品就是放在一个 Layer 2，就是大家都能轻易的使用的状态。那在这个2020年的第3季，其实已经那个时候是在测试版，那到目前为止是一个很棒的旅程。
好的，好的，感谢 Claire。那我们想问一下，您能不能介绍一下您的团队和他们的背景呢？那麻烦 Claire 可不可以翻译一下这个问题呢？
Can you introduce your team and your backgrounds?
Okay. So I am a tech entrepreneur who started my journey in early 2000s and had worked into the enterprise technology space for like 15 years before entering into the crypto and blockchain space. So I entered into crypto and blockchain space somewhere around 2016-17. There we started working on our first project, that is CoinFox. We built it, and it has perfectly been running even today with approximately 100,000 plus users. After that, we started building a DeFi platform. We were, like I told before in my introduction of the idea, that we were elaborating and discussing what next can be done in DeFi. And that's how EasyFi was born. And since 2020 July, we are just busy with EasyFi. So, and my team, I have co-founder Anshul Dheer, who has been my partner in crime in taking care of all the financial and business operations related stuff. And then we have Arif, who takes care of the technology part with us. In addition, we are a 20 plus people team based out of various different geographies, completely decentralized team who takes care of various different responsibilities and feel proud about what all we are doing. So this is how we are working together, and we are growing at a faster pace. Every second week, we have one new team member at least coming up for one operation or the other.
Okay, thank you so much. 那麻烦 Claire 翻译一下刚才Ankitt 的回答吗？
好，
谢谢。
EasyFi 是一个由3名成员组成的创始团队，然后我是 Ankitt， 也就是 EasyFi 的创办人兼首席执行长。我其实比较把自己当做一个技术创业者，就是对产品有强烈的兴趣。那现在我致力于区块链技术及其发展。我有超过17年的相关经验，都是创建了多家区块链或是技术的公司，在企业应用领域，然后咨询了30多个国家的国际公司。我还从非技术人员的角度写了一本关于区块链技术的书。我的合伙人 Ankitt Gaur 他是 EasyFi Network 的首席营运兼共同创办人，以及首席技术官兼联合创办人。那么Ankitt Gaur 是一位有16年资历的连续创业的创业者与早期企业的投资人。那他致力于 Web3 和区块链金融市场、房地产等另类投资，金融技术和技术等等。他也是著名的商学院的金牌得主。那么也最近也入选了35岁以下的企业名单。那我们的团队目前快速的成长，那都有这个20个以上的人在不同的部门里面。目前是每2周都会有一个新的人员加入。
好的，十分感谢 Claire。那我们来到第3个问题。我们知道呢EasyFi 是刚刚发布了它2022年的路线图。那能不能麻烦 Ankitt 给我们介绍一下，在 DeFi 世界当中首次出现的独一无二的几个里程碑呢？谢谢，麻烦 Claire。
EasyFi just released its roadmap for year 2022. Could you give us an insight into the few unique milestones that are going to be one of a kind, seen for the first time in the DeFi space?
Yes, Binance audience. Regarding our roadmap, so essentially we are focusing on 2-3 major things. One of the most important aspect is MetaFi, where we are trying to redefine the process of enabling lending and loans for the metaverses, so that people can take loans for buying digital houses and other digital assets like game assets, etc., in form of NFTs, which will enable and open a complete new market for the digital assets financing and will create a new wave of financing. And we are really very excited about MetaFi. Second thing that we are focusing on is essentially building an entire ecosystem for lending rails, which are going to enable users to do a lot of cross-chain lending and borrowing, which means that users having assets on one chain will be able to borrow asset on another chain without paying the gas fees or having to manually move the assets from one chain, let's say Polygon to BSC, Binance Smart Chain, or Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum chain. They will be able to do that on the platform and enabling. So this infrastructure of smart contracts will also enable anybody to come and launch their lending business using the blockchain technology for the assets of their choice. So that is the whole idea. Rather than from being a dApp or a distributed decentralized application, we are moving towards becoming more of a lending infrastructure, which will allow and enable people to launch various different lending related products powered by blockchain. So these are the things which are primarily We are focusing on the roadmap, and rest anyways, other details are already available on the internet for referencing in detail. But MetaFi and lending rails, these are the two most important segments which EasyFi is excited about and working very hard to bring in adoption on these things.
Thank you. We look forward to it. 那麻烦 Claire 可不可以翻译一下刚才 Ankitt 说的2个重点呢？谢谢。
好的。在2022年 EasyFi 就是最兴奋的是2件事情，一个是关于 MetaFi， 一个是 Lending Rails。那首先先来讲一下 MetaFi。MetaFi 是在一个空间所推出的新的借贷跟质押的协议，那可能是借由虚拟房地产跟 NFT 带来的许多机会。EasyFi 是引入了 Metaverse 资产作为抵押品和贷款的解决方案。那关于 Lending Rails， 这个就比较有趣了，就是它可以在比如说不同的链上 ，Polygon 跟比如说雪崩链之间的2个不同的链，以比如说你的虚拟房地产或是 NFT 作为抵押，然后进行借贷。那么对于 EasyFi 2022年我们比较兴奋的就是这2件事情。
好的，十分感谢 Claire。那刚才我们也就是提到了这个 MetaFi 的这一个概念，那我想了解多一点关于这方面的问题。那我们知道您在几天前在推特上发布了关于这个 MetaFi 的贴文，我们知道呢，刚才你也说过，它现在是 EasyFi 2022年这个路线图的其中一部分。你能不能让我们了解更多这个 MetaFi 这个概念呢？比如说它将如何运作，而社区又如何成为 EasyFi 新计划的一部分呢？麻烦 Claire。
You tweeted MetaFi a few days back, and now we see that it is now part of the roadmap of 2022. Can you explain more about this? How would it work, and how does the community get to be part of this new initiative at EasyFi?
Yeah, sure. So I tweeted about MetaFi few days back because that's when we were so excited when the whole idea got conceptualized and we started working that it couldn't hold me back. And then our design team immediately jumped onto it to start exploring how we should work it out for the user journey and everything. So MetaFi essentially is targeted to enable lending for assets which are going to be used in the metaverses. So right now, let's say starting from lands on Decentraland, houses, and other digital assets being built on various different metaverses. Going forward, we are seeing various different brands are entering into metaverses, and they are going to start requiring various different kinds of financing. So all of that financing, which is going to be utilized in the metaverses, is going to be part of the MetaFi initiative from EasyFi. To make it simple for users to understand, I would give an example. Suppose a user want to go and buy a plot of land on Decentraland, which is, let's say right now is costing $50,000. And he cannot shell out and give $50,000 immediately, but want to pay it in equal monthly installments or small portion as he get more money. But he want to lock the land today so that he can still be part of the upward pricing journey, or can buy today to create a digital home for himself in the future. So in that particular scenario, what is going to happen? The way it happens today in the physical world is that you identify a property, you put a small amount as a down payment, and the balance is being financed by a bank. And then you pay a monthly EMI in equated monthly installment to your bank as a repayment process of your loan. In this process, what is going to happen that your loan is going to be fulfilled by a lender, and then on the blockchain, and the NFT land of yours will get locked in the smart contract. You can use it, you can do stuff with it, but you cannot sell it. So what is going to happen is you will be able to pay the lender in small equated amounts as per the agreed terms between you and the lender. So EasyFi as a protocol will only act like a marketplace, will only allow you to match with the lenders. And then there's a contract that is going to be finalized on chain, which will get converted into a smart contract. And you will be paying the lender against that particular NFT, against that particular loan that you have taken. So coming back to my example, let us say my plot of land on Decentraland that I love is worth $50,000. Now, on that $50,000, I want to deposit, say, $20,000 from my side. And for $30,000, I want to take a loan. So for $30,000, the lender will pay on my behalf, and the money will go to the seller on Decentraland. And this NFT land, which I have bought, will get locked in the smart contract. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to start paying the lender every time I agreed within that particular tenure a fixed interest rate. In that case, what's going to happen is my amount of loan will keep on reducing. Hence, my liquidation levels will also start to come down automatically. What's going to happen after that is that once the loan is entirely being paid, my land will become free for me to use and do whatever I want to do. Until then, it is going to be locked. So essentially, this is a simple example how MetaFi is going to be operating. But there are many more complex use cases which are there, which I'm sure people, when they will start to interact with it more and explore more, will be able to understand better.
Yeah. Thank you so much for explanation. 好的现在能麻烦 Claire 帮我们翻译一下刚才 Ankitt 说的关于我们的EasyFi MetaFi 的这个详细内容吗？感谢。
那我们先举一个简单的例子来解释这个 MetaFi 的借贷解决方案。那我就以 Decentraland 上面的虚拟的土地当做例子好了。比如说这个 Decentraland 上面的虚拟土地是5万嘛，但是我现在没有这么多的钱，但是我想要现在买这块土地。这样子如果以后这块土地涨起来，或者是说我想要现在就拥有，让我在这个虚拟世界现在就拥有一个家，让我能来布置来住的话，那么我只能借由借贷的方式，借由贷款的方式来买这块地。所以我能怎么做呢？我可以先付一点点的钱，然后剩下的部分是每个月给。那我会把我的 NFT 锁在一个智能合约里，我可以把这块地做任何我想要做的事情，但是我就是不能卖它，其他想做什么都可以。然后我其实基本上就是以我的这块土地当做一个抵押品来，就是给我的这个借款给我的人。那随着我就是慢慢的还钱，我的这个会平仓的这个价格的这个警讯，它就会慢慢的降低下来。那大概就是这样子。
好的，十分感谢 Claire。那我们接下来可以继续讨论我们今天的EasyFi 的各种问题。不过我要先提醒一下大家，我看到很多人还在刷屏我们的这个第一次呢 giveaway 已经是结束了。那我们下一轮呢会在这个币安中文的 YouTube 频道进行下一轮的 giveaway。那我们会送出非常多的 BUSD， 那所以呢大家要敬请期待了。好，那我们先继续今天的 AMA。我想问一下 Ankitt， 因为最近元宇宙这一个概念是非常的火，想问一下您认为什么是元宇宙？然后您认为元宇宙是不是已经成熟到可以让我们在里面进行资产的贷款了呢？那另外就是您认为 MetaFi 的市场有多大呢？谢谢，那感谢Claire 帮忙翻译一下。
Why the metaverse? Do you think we have reached the maturity for taking a loan for assets in the metaverse? How big do you think is the market for MetaFi?
So two things. One is, yes, you're rightly saying we are very early in the version of digital assets and loans against it. But on the other hand, we are already seeing quite a good amount of adoption on the sites where people are realizing the growth and the potential that Metaverse offers. Every second day, we can get to see a new brand entering into Metaverse in one form or the other. So the
Yeah.
market is definitely coming up gradually. And as we see more and more players, the Metaverse is going to get more and more adoption. And then generally, we have seen in the past the technology adoption curves are such that they immediately convert into hockey stick, and there comes an inflection point, and then all of a sudden everybody jumps onto it. So if you talk about today, yes, we are early while the adoption is on its pace, but we are not there yet. But it also gives us time to be able to make our processes, products, projects more perfect for a volume and at scale adoption.
Yeah.
So why Metaverse today? Because yes, it is the future. Everybody is getting involved in it. It is a future in the sense that what social media was in early 2000, where nobody could think what social media is going to be, and today we digitally live our lives on social media.
Yeah.
Similarly, metaverses are going to be the digital space, digital sphere where we are going to live our lives, and in that place we will require various different assets, various different experiences, where the metaverse related finance will play a role, and hence EasyFi has jumped into MetaFi.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Ankitt. 那麻烦 Claire 可以帮我们翻译一下刚才 Ankitt 的回答吗？谢谢。
随着过去的一年，Metaverse 目前是以指数的速度成长。那么就是每隔几天就有一个新的主题出现，都是跟 Metaverse 有关的。那所以也会是未来或许会跟我们的生活息息相关。那么至于 MetaFi 跟 EasyFi 就是结合的这个实际的机制呢，我们可能还是属于非常早期的。不过这也没有关系，这可以允许我们未来在实施有利于用户的解决方案，到 Metaverse 跟 MetaFi 还真正到来前，我们可以一直的修改，让它成为一个更好的这个产品。那我认为就是未来这个虚拟的空间一定会是我们未来生活的一个很重要的部分，然后金融产业也会是虚拟市场里面一个不可或缺的一个三角之一。那么我们很希望未来这样子的到来。
好的，十分感谢 Claire。那我们现在直播到了一半，是时候让我们放松一下了。那第二次的抽奖环节到了，这次我们会送出呢600BUSD。那记住大家这次就不是在币安的应用程式进行了，是会在我们的币安中文的华语频道。那大家记得移步到那里才可以抽奖哦。那我们会在是通过 YouTube 弹幕抽奖的方式抽出3名幸运的观众，那每人呢会获得200BUSD。那待会儿呢我就会公布一个口令，大家记得口令后面要打上自己的 UID， 口令加上 UID， 那这样我们才知道您是谁哦。那okay guys, so let's take a break. It's halfway through there, mate. The second giveaway is here. Put a magical sentence in YouTube live chat and you could be one of the 3 winners who take home 200BUSD. Since today is London Festival, the magical sentence is Happy London Festival. So you have to, don't forget to put your UID behind the sentence so that we know who you guys are. 那好，那这次我们的口令就是元宵节快乐。好的，那大家记得元宵节快乐加上大家的 UID。So let's go， 我们可以开始刷屏了。记得大家呢是要在币安华语 YouTube 那里刷屏才可以参加这次的 giveaway 哦。看看有没有人刷屏。好的，看到已经好多人在刷屏了。大家记得是在币安的华语 YouTube 上哦。好的，那我们准备要截图了。3、2、1，好的，那同事已经帮忙截图了，恭喜3位的获奖者。那我们可以继续今天的直播了。 So we've already taken the screen cap. Congrats to the 3 winners. And we still have some BUSD to give away, so stay with us. Head to the Binance Chinese YouTube channel. So remember, it's Binance Chinese YouTube channel to participate in the giveaway. Okay, so let's get back to our live. 那我们知道许多传统金融的产品呢，正在进军我们的这个 DeFi 的行业。EasyFi 呢，目前正在开发的产品，想问一下Ankitt，能不能是可能有助这个 DeFi 的全球普及化呢？谢谢。那麻烦 Claire 帮忙翻译一下。
Many traditional financial products are making their way into the DeFi industry. Is there any such product that EasyFi is working on currently that could be a game changer for DeFi adoption globally?
Yes, absolutely. EasyFi have been working on, since the beginning of its vision, have always focused on bringing in more structured products around lending for people to be able to experience various different possibilities of lending using blockchain and smart contracts. One of the products that we are working on is called credit delegation, and the second one is credit default swaps. So the idea is that people will be able to, in credit delegation, people will be able to enable their line of credit to some borrowers that they trust or they believe are trusted borrowers based on the trust score that they can evaluate. So using the credit delegation mechanisms, I will be able to offer my line of credit to somebody else. For example, I have deposited a loan, a Bitcoin on EasyFi or Ethereum on EasyFi, which gives me, let's say, I deposited one Bitcoin that gave me, let's say, a credit capability of $30,000. Now, another user who is a friend of mine wants some amount on loan, so I can offer him to take a loan from EasyFi itself without me having to take the asset out and then give him a loan, or myself taking a loan and then manage the interest part of it. Instead, I will just delegate my credit line, my credit worthiness to this particular user, and then that user will be able to draw up this loan on my behalf and repay the loan and settle it. Now the trust part comes to the trust score. Second product that we are working on, the structured financial product segment, is called credit default swaps. So where credit default swaps will bring insurance to DeFi by converting high value loans into tradable instruments, enabling risk mitigation, premium yields, and liquidity in various money markets.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ankitt. 那 Claire 可以麻烦您帮忙翻译一下刚才 Ankitt 的2个重点吗？谢谢。
EasyFi 确实一直致力于推出机构和零售用户量身定制的结构化产品跟解决方案。那目前推出的这个有2个，其中一个是信贷授权，那另外一个是信用违约交换。那就分别详细说明。信贷授权它是一个流动性提供者跟贷款人，他们可以自己选择自己的借款人跟提供信贷的额度。那交易是通过一个信用的分数trust score 来进行。那 trust score 它有一个专有的算法，那可以通过这个来选择评估借款人的信用价值。那至于什么是信用违约交换呢？它如果简称可以叫做 CDS。那 CDS 它是一个 DeFi 提供的一个保险，它可以将高价值的贷款转换为可交易的工具，那可以从而在这个货币市场上实现风险缓解、溢价收益跟流动性。
好的，十分感谢 Claire 的翻译。那我们接下来呢，想继续问一下Ankitt，在这一个 DeFi 的借贷领域，您看到了哪些的创新呢？另外就是 EasyFi 在不久后的将来会不会推出什么新产品或者是项目呢？麻烦 Claire 帮我们翻译一下，谢谢。
What innovations do you see happening in the lending space in DeFi? Is there something EasyFi is working on that can be seen in the near future?
Absolutely. So regarding the lending space and regarding the DeFi space, there are various different innovations that we are seeing. For example, recently we saw that Uniswap upgraded its AMM from V2 to V3 by bringing in, sectoral the price range based liquidity. On the other hand, in the lending space, there are a lot of products coming up which are trying to become more Oracle-less, liquidation-free, more predictable interest rates, more liquid and depth, deep pools. So these are various different areas in which we are seeing various different products coming in. And similarly, EasyFi is also moving towards enabling more predictable interest rates, more fixed interest rates, so that for lenders as well as for borrowers, so for lenders there is a predictable returns that they can compute, whereas for the borrowers there is a more predictable cost they can apportion to their cost of borrowing. Whereas today, in most of the products, the interest rates are more linked to the liquidity. So these are the areas in which EasyFi is working. Or similarly, on the staking side, we recently launched a product called Blend, which allow projects to launch fixed interest rate staking and lock staking and various different other forms of staking for their projects, and users can come and interact with their projects. So similar kind of products we are going to be working and continue to launch.
Okay, thank you so much. 麻烦 Clay 可不可以翻译一下刚才的回答呢？谢谢。
我们目前看到许多的协议、许多的智能合约，他们都有提升就是自己的借贷相关的方案。举个例子来说好了，比如说像是 Uniswap， 它也有让他们的流动性就是更加的提升。那我们在别的协议有看到，他们将自己的这个借贷的这个利率，让大家可以更加的预期。那这也会提高就是借款人的借钱的意愿。那另外一方面会让贷款人的意愿也会提高。那另外一个是关于这个质押的，我们也看到蛮多个这样子的平台，他们有提出一个方案，就是你质押以后你的利息它是固定的。那我们最近看了许多不同的协议在提升中，那我们 EasyFi 也一样，我们让我们的产品更加的结构化，那允许用户在一个可预期的一个情况下使用我们的平台。那可以看到在不久的将来，我们可以让这个项目提升的成一个更透明的一个金融的交易合约。
好的，十分感谢 Claire。那我还想继续问一下，因为您曾经提到过，就是透过建立全面的贷款的基础设施呢，是可以去弥合这个贷款流动性的缺口的。您能不能让我们了解多一点呢？如果这个也是今年路线图的一部分，您是计划怎样，或者是何时实现这个目标呢？好的，谢谢 Claire 的翻译。
You had once mentioned about bridging the lending liquidity gap by building comprehensive lending rails infrastructure. Give us an insight into that. And if this is also part of this year's roadmap, how and when do you plan to achieve this?
Yes, absolutely. As I said, the lending infrastructure is going to be the key going forward for bringing in more efficient adoption and deep liquidity into the DeFi protocols. So if you have to look at it, you can compare it like that. The role that smart contracts did play for the blockchain, from differentiating Ethereum versus Bitcoin blockchain by bringing in capabilities of smart contracts, is the similar kind of capabilities that functions like lending rails will bring to the DeFi ecosystem by enabling the DeFi ecosystem to be able to empower more adoption and more players coming and involving into the industry. So when we talk about lending rails, like I tried to mention before, so lending rails are essentially going to be a set of smart contracts working on various different blockchains and talking to each other through the cross-chain network bridges, where it will allow three things. Number one, enabling users to be able to use the liquidity that is available on various different chains. Second, it will allow users to be able to take loans on one chain by giving collateral on another chain without having to actually move their assets from one chain to another way where it wastes a lot of gas fees. Thirdly, it will allow them to be able to interact with tokens or assets which are available on various different chains while being able to have a holistic comparative portfolio, aggregated portfolio across multiple chains and use it. Now, let's take an example. Let's say there is a project token which is existing on Binance Smart Chain, but it do not exist on Polygon. And I, as a user, have this token on Binance Smart Chain, but I want another token which is available on Polygon and not available on Binance Smart Chain. So today, what are the possibilities I have? I will have to either sell it here to USDC, transfer my USDC to Polygon, and go and buy it there. But here's the problem. I do not want to sell my token which I have on Binance Smart Chain, while I still want to take a token which is there on Polygon.
Yeah.
Another option. Today, what I can do is I will go on EasyFi on Binance Smart Chain, put my token as collateral, take USDC as a loan, take it onto Polygon, and purchase this token. Still problem. I am paying gas fees in transferring USDC from Polygon to BSC or BSC to Polygon. Now that's where EasyFi comes in with the lending rails, where the collateral in this token you will give on BSC, while you will be able to draw out your loan in your desired token on Polygon without spending the gas fees, without moving your tokens here and there. Problem solved. But one problem. Second situation that's going to enable through these contracts is that we will allow Susan also to launch her protocol, lending DApp, using the lending rails offered by EasyFi tomorrow, while
Awesome.
still working with
Yeah.
right? So that's
Okay.
another second kind of capability we will enable. We will allow people to create their lending businesses using this infrastructure and work with their users and work on the adoption, focus on the community and the adoption side. So
Yeah.
these are
Yeah.
how we're going to work on the infrastructure.
Yeah, sounds really great. And I can't wait to build my own thing. Yeah. 那麻烦 Claire 可不可以帮我们翻译一下刚才 Ankitt 说的这些重点呢？谢谢。
首先我们先来看一下，比如说以太链它对于Bitcoin 就是比特币，它就是像一个网路一样。那我们今天要讲的 Lending Rails 它对于 DeFi 也是有一点像这样子的概念。那刚刚其实也有提过 Lending Rails 它就是有一点像这个铁路，可以串接许多的不同的小岛屿。那所以我们今天有3个重点。第一个是它可以在不同的链上提供流动性。那第二个就是它可以把这个这个可以跨链的提供抵押品，也就是你不需要花到任何的 gas fee， 就是不需要任何的交易手续费，跨链的交易手续费。那第3个就是你可以同时在一个平面上看到所有的不同的跨链的这个代币，所以会给你一个更全面性、更宏观的这个看法。那么再来，所以我们就来举个例子好了。比如说我们今天在这个币安链上有一个 token， 那如果我今天想拿这个币安链上的这个代币，那我又想在 Polygon 上面进行借贷或是买东西，那这个时候我就必须把我这个 BSC 链上面的这个代币卖掉，把它换成一个稳定币，比如说 USDC， 然后再把它打到 Polygon 链上面，然后再买东西。但我不想要这样子嘛，因为我不想要把我在 BSC 链上面的这个代币的加密货币给卖掉，我想要持续的拥有它。那么这样子要怎么办呢？这也就是 EasyFi 它就是重要的地方就来了。EasyFi 可以让你做这所有的事情，而且你不用先把你在这个 BSC 链上面的这个代币先卖掉。它可以直接让你在 BSC 链上面的代币当做这个抵押品去借贷在 Polygon 链上面的东西，而且这有另外一个优点，就是如果我是借款人的话，我也是一样的这个方式，我就不需要就是跨链的借款给这个想要借款的人。
好的，好的，十分感谢 Clay 的翻译。那接下来我想问一下Ankitt，那 EasyFi 很早就宣布了 DeFi 的主要功能呢，是在于能够向借款人提供欠贷，还有无抵押的贷款。为什么您认为这些对 DeFi 空间是如此的重要呢？谢谢。那麻烦 Clay 的翻译。
EasyFi had announced quite early on that the primary DeFi opportunities lies in being able to provide under and uncollateralized loans to the borrower. Why do you think these are so important for the DeFi space?
So essentially, even if we take a step back and stop talking about DeFi and smart contracts for a minute and look at the traditional lending adoption industry, the real adoption of the industry of the lending and the economic impact of the lending businesses came in when the banks and traditional financial institutions started to give people a personal loan and credit cards and credits for their lifestyle needs, for their day-to-day needs. Only then the real financial freedom started to kick in, and I would say the first financial revolution or second financial revolution actually started for the mass adoption. That's when the masses started to get involved with the lending. So either you need a loan for going on a vacation, buying a mobile phone, buying a TV, buying a motorbike. When all these kind of loans, like the small ticket no collateral loans, when they started to kick in, that's when the real adoption came in. That's when the financial machinery started to move more. And it is the same scenario that is going to happen in the DeFi space as well. Hence, the micro loans, which are uncollateralized and under collateralized, are going to be very, very important and have to be thought out and being enabled. And that is why EasyFi is working towards enabling those as well in our near future roadmap once the lending rails are enabled. So lending rails are going to have inherently all of these components integrated as part of the infrastructure so that people can use all of those information and stuff and can build their solutions around it.
Thank you so much. 那麻烦 Clay 可不可以帮我们翻译一下呢？
这个我们需要从这个传统现实世界的金融知识讲起。那么可以知道，就是对于这些比较小的我们的民生用品来说，就是一开始是借贷嘛，但到最后连比如说你买手机啊，像你买电脑的时候，这个时候你都可以借贷来购买的时候，大家这种小额的资金都可以借款的时候，这才是这个借贷的这个网络才真正开始活络的时候。所以对于这个 EasyFi 我们也是以一样的想法，一样的概念。那么因为在 DeFi 的协议中，它普遍存在着比较高抵押比率的高交易成本，那往往会错过这些小资的这个资产的投资。因此我们认为呢，这种小额的借贷是在EasyFi 跟 DeFi 里面是一个非常重要不可或缺的部分。
好的，感谢 Clay。那我们来到最后一个问题，那我想问一下Ankitt，我们今天其实知道有一个这样的概念，就是 EasyFi 道。那我想问一下我们什么时候可以看到它的诞生呢？对这个方面非常有兴趣，谢谢。那麻烦 Clay 的翻译。
We've heard that there's this concept, the EasyFi DAO. I'm just very curious, when are we going to see this happen?
So that's a very interesting question you have asked. So we definitely are going to get ourselves converted into an EasyFi DAO so that the continuous developments become more community oriented and being used by the community, driven by the community. We are working on enabling all of these pieces together so that all of these pieces work out and come out together as an overall infrastructure ecosystem, and then we hand it over to the community. So the idea is that if our roadmap permits and we are able to push it towards that, within 2022, we should be able to convert EasyFi into a fully fledged running DAO, which will be completely driven and run by the community.
Okay, thank you so much. Sounds great. 那麻烦Clay 可不可以帮我们翻译一下呢？
你问这个是一个挺有趣的问题。那么我觉得就是我们这个社区如果能持续推动的话，如果这各个小小的碎片可以集结成一个大的一个完整的图的话，在2022年呢，如果我们 EasyFi 可以分阶段式的方式转换为 DAO 的话，到一个最终就是以社区以各位治理的话，那么会是一个非常好、非常棒的感觉。
好的，十分感谢 Claire。那我们今天的问题呢，差不多就是来到这里了。不过大家不要走开，因为我们呢还有2波的 giveaway 会在币安中文的 YouTube 频道呢送出的。那节目结束前，我们先来第3次的 giveaway。那我们会送出800BUSD，这次呢会在币安华语 YouTube 进行问答抽奖，我们会抽出4个最好的问题，那每人呢会奖励200块钱的 BUSD。大家记得在问题后面呢要打上自己的 UID， 问题加上 UID， 记得问题加上 UID， 那我们才可以知道您是谁哦。So thanks a lot, Ankitt. Let's now move on to our 3rd giveaway. So you could ask questions on EasyFi Network in Chinese YouTube channel. So remember, you have to head to Chinese YouTube channel and ask your questions about EasyFi, and 4 chosen winners could get 200 BUSD each. So don't forget to put your UID behind your question so that we could identify you easily. Okay, so we should give you like a few minutes to think about the questions and head to the Binance Chinese YouTube channel. Okay, so you can put your questions there, and 4 chosen winners could get 200 BUSD each. 那大家可以现在在币安的华语 YouTube 打出自己的问题，我们呢会给大家几分钟的时间，那会抽出4个人，每人获得200 BUSD 的奖励哦。So Ankitt, if you see any interesting questions that you would like to answer, feel free to let me know. Yeah, I will also choose some good questions.
So basically, okay, I am seeing some questions there.
Yeah, I'm section.
Different from other projects. So there is a question. There are many other metaverse projects. What do you promise different from other projects? What are your most marketing strategy that makes you stand out? Okay, so there is this user Merv Backen. It's interesting. So I would like to mention, first of all, we are not a metaverse projects. We are enabling people to take loans in the metaverse. So, for example, Decentraland is a metaverse project. We are allowing people to take loan in the Decentraland when they want to buy a land in the Decentraland. So just to clarify, EasyFi is enabling finance for metaverses. It is not a metaverse project in its own. So then there is a question. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We might need to get that translated. So
Yes,
yeah,
sure.
please be Claire 呢，麻烦您翻译一下这个问题，还有刚才的回答呢，谢谢。
好，那我先翻译一下这个问题，就是问题是有很多的 Metaverse 的这个项目，那你觉得你的这个 Metaverse 的项目跟别的项目有什么不一样？你自己觉得你的这个行销策略是哪一个是最重要的行销策略，让你可以跟别人不一样？那么 Ankitt 的回答是他觉得很重要，需要强调的一点是他们不是 Metaverse 的这个项目，而是他们其实是一个应该比较算是借贷的协议相关的项目。确切来说是这样子，如果你在 Decentraland 你有一个很想要购买的土地，那这时候你可以透过EasyFi 来贷款来购买这个土地。
好，谢谢。Sorry, but user Merv Bacon. Sorry that sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. Would you mind telling us your UID, because we couldn't see your UID, so we can't really give you the prize. So if you are still here, please feel free to type your UID in the comment section so that we could identify you. Thank you so much. 那刚才就是说这位朋友是没有把 UID 打在这个屏幕上的，所以大家如果是问问题的话呢，记得要把 UID 打在问题的后面，所以我们才能认出您哦。好的，那我们看看有什么其他有趣的问题。So Ankitt, if you see any interesting questions,
Yes.
You could let me know. Yeah, I can also choose, because some people ask the questions in Chinese. So yeah, but please.
I'll take one from the Ong Wei Xiang. I'm not sure if I have selected this correctly.
Yeah. So
so the question is, I would like to ask about users can use Metaverse Land Mortgage to borrow, since the price of crypto fluctuates more than other financial products. How do you solve this problem? Okay, so the answer to this question is that, one, we solve this problem by ensuring that on one side of the lending and borrowing, there is a stable coin. So the loans are always given in stable coin and not in the Ethereum. So the loan amount is always fixed. It does not get changed due to the fluctuations in the lending currency, number one. Number two, regarding the prices of respective asset. So there are options that we are going to come in, and that is why we have kept the MetaFi loans in version 1 to be more peer-to-peer rather than vault-based, where a lot of people have already tried vault-based loans against NFTs. And this is also actually an answer to somebody else who is talking about the lack of liquidity regarding the NFTs. So the question about this is that the assets are going to be more peer-to-peer. So let's say, for example, I want to buy a loan and I have a rich, I posted on EasyFi platform that, hey, I want to have this particular beautiful house in Decentraland. And then somehow my friend Susan see that I want a loan on EasyFi Networks platform. She is a rich person. She will come and give me loan there on the EasyFi network. And but there's an understanding between us via the smart contract that the loan terms at what percentage and then agreed liquidation value. So the moment the price of this particular asset, if it goes below a certain point, the asset will be moved to Susan, and I'll lose my initial capital to a certain extent. So there is going to be a mechanism for the price discovery, and definitely not going to be directly dependent upon oracles, because sometimes those gets manipulated. So it's going to be oracle-less, completely peer-to-peer, and powered by smart contract functional.
Fabulous, thank you. 那麻烦 Clay 可以帮我们翻译一下这位幸运观众Always Shan 的问题，还有刚才的答案吗？谢谢。
那先来讲问题的部分。问题是我想要知道，当我们在使用这个平台的时候，因为我们可以用 Metaverse 里面的虚拟土地当做抵押品来借贷。那么既然这个加密货币它的价格它的波动比较大，相较于其他的这个金融产品来说，波动是相较比较大的。那么要如何解决这个问题呢？好，那答案是从两个回答分成两个部分。第一个是关于这个借贷的这个加密货币的代币的部分。第一点就是我们这个金额不会以这个加密货币，比如说以太币来定，因为它的浮动会特别的大。我们可能会以稳定币，比如说 USDC、BUSD 这样子的代币来定一个可以借贷的额度，那是第一点。那关于第二点的话呢，关于这个你拿你的这个虚拟货币当做你这个虚拟土地或者是虚拟的资产当做抵押品的部分，是这样子的。这举个例子，用例子来说明好了。比如说我今天在这个 EasyFi 上面的平台，就是我看到一个土地，我很想购买，觉得很漂亮， 我就把它放在这个平台上嘛。那刚好我的朋友 Susan 他就是非常的有钱，那么他刚好有钱可以借我，那我们就是可能就是会讲好说，那我今天就会借你多少钱，百分比是多少，但是我今天我这个虚拟的土地啊，它跌破多少钱以后啊，那这个土地就归 Susan 所有了。那这一切都会这一切都会就是以智能合约来订定，所以也就是说，如果跌破那个价格，那就是智能合约就自动让这个土地就是给 Susan 的。那关于这个价格怎么订定啊，要怎么知道多少钱，这个我们目前详细就是还在进行中。那不过我们不会以预言机的方式，目前我们知道这样子，因为它会存在一些错误，那比较不保险。
好的，十分感谢 Claire 刚才详细的翻译。那我们现在来到第3个问题了。So, please feel free, Ankitt, to choose another question if you'd like to do so.
Yeah, so there is a question asked by Glenn Ethan saying that...
Yeah, okay.
Glenn Ethan. So is there any management fees for EasyFi's fixed API products? Yes. The fees is defined by the respective project when they launch the fixed API products. Like the pool fees in Uniswap, there is a fees of 0.25%, 2.5% of the deposit assets that is being charged as a protocol fee. And later on, this particular fees is the protocol revenue for enabling these products.
Okay, thank you so much. 那麻烦 Claire 可不可以帮我们翻译一下呢？
那我们先来看一下问题。关于这个 EasyFi， 它在这个手续费上面，它有没有关于 EasyFi 它的固定利率的这个 APR 的这个相关产品，它有没有一个固定的这个手续费或者这个管理的费用？那这个回答的部分是这样子，有的，它是有一个这个费用。那这个部分呢，会怎么这个收到的这个费用呢，到时候会如何的处理呢？那么他会把它当做一个这个协议的这个收益的部分，然后进行管理。
好的，感谢 Claire。那我们现在来到最后一个问题了。So any other questions? So we have the last question.
I'll take 2 more questions. I like them. So one is this guy Chong Moon Chun. This guy has asked this question most number of times across all the users. So I was just trying to see how many times will he ask it, but I appreciate his persistence. So this question is EasyFi's collaboration with Boring DAO, and can you let us know how this transition will be done and what the holders and community will get from EasyFi Blend?
Yeah.
So these are 2 different aspects. Regarding Boring DAO, using Boring DAO is basically, it's a cross-chain wrapping bridge where users are able to deposit a token in one chain and able to get it the synthetic token on another chain. So the partnership with Boring DAO is about allowing users to wrap the tokens on various different chains where EasyFi exists and use them as collateral and borrowing. Second question is, in the sense, what is the community's usage from the blend? So community can go and use this, use the EasyFi Blend product where they can earn the fixed returns on the fixed staking rewards from various different projects. So we are partnering with more than 25 projects soon to bring in various interesting staking programs on chain on EasyFi, which will be offering a fixed predictable staking rewards. Right now, most of the problem with staking rewards in today's scenario is that when the staking comes, the rewards, they go down as the pool size increases, because the rewards are proportional. Whereas in case of blend, the rewards are fixed. So if I say you will get 24%, you will get 24%, irrespective of the size of the pool, whether 10 people came in or 100,000 people came in.
Yeah,
everybody will get 24%. So that's where the fixed staking comes in, and that is what blend is all about.
Thank you so much. 那 Claire 可以麻烦您帮我们翻译一下吗？
那我们先从问题的部分开始说起。那最近 EasyFi 它有跟这个 Boring DAO 合作，那可以跟我们讲一下，就是这样子的，就是合作过程是如何的进行。然后这个我们就是使用这个 EasyFi 的，我们的这些人会从 EasyFi Blend 这个综合 EasyFi 的综合中获得些什么呢？那首先先来讲一下，就是 Boring DAO 它就是它会从这个其中一个 chain， 其中一个链，你会把就是它放在一个链上，然后可以在不同的链上取出这样子，然后再来呢，关于这个那我们可以从这个 EasyFi 的这个 blend 这个综合中，我们可以得到什么呢？也就是如果在 EasyFi 的 blend 这里呀，它的收益它是固定的，因为大家也都知道，我们通常把我们的这个货币放在这个池子里面，那过久以后，越来越多人进来以后，那通常它的收益就会变低嘛，通常是这样子的情况。但是如果是这个 EasyFi blend 的话呢，那我们的收益它会是固定的。那这就是我们就是从 EasyFi Blend 就可以获得到的比较好的收益。
好的，十分感谢 Claire. So, Ankitt, you said that you would like to choose another question, right?
Yeah. So this is the last question I'm taking from South Pin. So they are talking about blend. They want to understand a little bit more about stake easy, earn easy with fixed staking program. So you can essentially go to EasyFi's application, go to the blend section, and there you will find various different programs right now from EasyFi and soon from other partner projects that we have who would be running this particular such programs onto our application on Polygon and as well as on BSC very soon. So you will be able to use this particular blend solution for earning predictable staking returns.
Okay, thank you so much. 那麻烦 Claire 可不可以帮我们翻译一下这个问题和答案呢？谢谢。
那先来讲问题的部分，就是你这个项目这个文章就是特别引起我的注意。那么如果你质押 EZ， 然后你又拿出来的利息又是 earn， 又是获取的又是 EZ 币的话，那么我要如何加入这固定利率的质押计划呢？那答案是这样子的，如果你到我们的这个网页呢，到我们的粉专，其实都可以看到这个 EasyFi Blend 的这个部分。那其实上面也可以看到很多别的，比如说我们目前跟哪些人合作，我们可能也有跟 Polygon 可以跟 BSC 合作。那所以如果你到这个连结那边的话，你都可以看到就是关于我们这个固定利息质押的这个计划。
好的，十分感谢 Claire 的翻译。那我们刚才不知道这一位第一个问题的问第一个问题的朋友呢，他是暂时没有 UID 的，所以如果您还是在这里，就是 Murph Bacon 这位朋友 Murph Bacon， 那现在我们是没有看到您的 UID 的，所以现在如果您还在呢，就可以把 UID 打在屏幕上，让我们知道您是谁哦。So hello, I'm Murph Bacon. It seems that you haven't typed your UID in the live chat section. So if you don't mind, please do put your UID there so that we could identify you if you're still here. Yeah, thank you so much. 那好的，那我们再继续我们的抽奖环节了。我们的问答环节呢已经结束了，但是呢，我们还剩下最后一个抽奖。那我们会送出 500 BUSD 的。那在直播结束后呢，我们可以在币安华语的 YouTube 留言区呢留言发表看法。那这个问题呢，就是通过直播，您对 EasyFi Network 有了哪些的认知和了解？那让我再说一次，这个问题呢，就是直播之后，您对 EasyFi Network 有了哪些的认知还有了解？那所以我们会随机抽出5位的朋友，每人送出100 BUSD。大家记得要在问题不好意思，是答案后面加上自己的 UID， 答案加上 UID。那这个截止日期呢是东八区时间的2月16号23点59。2月16号23点59。那问题就是直播之后你对 EasyFi Network 有了哪些的认知和了解？记得在答案后面加上 UID。那我们会抽出5位朋友，每人获得100 BUSD 哦。So here comes the last giveaway where you could win 100 BUSD. All you need to do is to head to Binance YouTube Chinese channel, Binance Chinese YouTube channel. You can just Google that and find our channel, Binance Chinese YouTube channel, and then answer the question, what I've learned about EasyFi Network today, in the comment section after the live ends, and 5 chosen winners could win 100 BUSD each. So don't forget to put your UID behind your answer so that we could identify you. So again, the question is, what have I learned about EasyFi Network today? So don't forget your UID. So the format should be your answer and your UID. So 5 randomly chosen winners could take home 100 BUSD each. So the deadline to enter is the 16th of February 23:59 UTC plus 8. So it's 23:59 UTC plus 8 on 16th of February. So thank you so much for joining today's live. 谢谢，感谢大家参与今天的直播。Thank you so much, Ankitt, for your participation, and we absolutely loved the live. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really nice talking to you. So if you have any questions, where could I find you? Like, do you have any social media links?
You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Telegram. I'm available in the EasyFi group, and I'm always available and active on Twitter as well. You can search for me on Twitter and follow me there.
Okay, thank you so much. 那如果我们想了解更多关于 EasyFi Network 的资料呢，我们可以在推特或者是我们电报群呢找到 Ankitt。那通过他的名字呢，大家就可以了解到EasyFi Network 的各种资讯。好的，那感谢大家今天的参与。记得我们还有500 BUSD 的 giveaway 会在币安中文的华语 YouTube 这里进行哦，大家记得在16号的23点59之前参加我们的 giveaway， 那5位朋友就会拿到100 BUSD 的奖励哦。好的，那十分感谢今天大家的参与。Thank you so much, Ankitt, for your participation. So hope we could have more cooperation in the future.
Sure， 谢谢，拜。
谢谢，Thank you so much。那也十分感谢今天我们的翻译小姐姐 Claire。好的，那我们下次再见哦，拜拜。